Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to be talking about the prerequisite skills that you will need in physics, and this video is mostly just going to be talking about significant figures. So, when scientists measure, they record as accurately and precisely a number as possible. This number will consist of known digits and one estimated digit, referred to as significant figures, digits, or sig figs. For example, a lot of us have rulers in school, so a ruler usually has markings for every 0.1 centimeter, so measurements should be recorded for 2 decimal places. So, when we're talking about significant figures, we have to talk about accuracy versus precision. So accuracy is measuring near the true value of what you're getting, and precision is basically getting consistent numbers. Keep in mind that you can get consistent numbers, but they're not always close to the actual number, but they're just close to each other. Okay, so when we're making a calculation or measuring something, there are certain rules that we need to follow. So let's go through the rules. All non-zero numbers are significant. So let's say we have 63. This has 2 sig figs. And I'm abbreviating this as sig figs. So the next one. Zeros placed before non-zero numbers are not significant. So for example, let's say we have 0.0001. How many sig figs? Is 1 sig fig, because anything before this is not significant. Right, the next rule is zeros placed between non-zero numbers are significant. So let's say we have 0.1007. This would be 4 sig figs. Okay, so now here we have to talk about decimals. So zeros placed after non-zero numbers, right? So with a decimal point, they are significant. So let's say we have 20.0. This is 3 sig figs because there's a 0 after the decimal point. However, let's say there's no decimal point, then it's not significant. So let's say you have 200, then it would just be 1 sig fig because there's no decimal point here, so it's not significant. Okay, so let's do a little bit of practice. So here we have 4 sig figs. Here we have 3 sig figs. Here we have 3 sig figs. Sorry. Here we have 6 sig figs. Here we have 2 sig figs. Sorry, that's bad. 1 second, folks. Apologies. And here, 300 dogs. So you might be tempted to say it's 1 sig fig, but it's actually infinite. And the reason that it's infinite is because it's a counted number, because you're counting exactly this. You can't really approximate a dog, so that's exactly why. So over here, addition/subtraction, we have some rules for this as well. So for addition and subtraction, same number of decimals as number with least decimal places. So for example, let me plug this into my calculator. So we have 4.481 minus 1.26. We get 3.2381. But since this has the least number of sig figs, it has 2 sig figs. So the answer also needs to have 2 sig figs. So we need to take this out and say it was 2, 4 to make sure it's in line with sig figs. Right, so it's very similar with multiplication and division. So same number of sig figs as number with least sig figs. So what that means is, I'm going to plug this into my calculator, so 3.54 times 6.2458 equals 22.110132. But this has 3 sig figs, right? And since this has 3 sig figs, we need to make our answer also 3 sig figs. So this would actually be 22.1. And this is how you do sig figs. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a very foundational skill that you'll need in the rest of physics. So make sure to practice this a lot, and see you guys in the next video. Thank you.